was being extracted from the other lords. So some of these lords figured that we together can stand up to the king. And Magna Carta was signed on a battlefield with King John and his supporters and army on one side and the feudal lords on the other side. And they realized that we have two options. Either we virtually eliminate each other because both the armies were equally strong, or we can negotiate. Magna Carta was concluded at the end of the day without going to battle. And the king conceded that there will be no arbitrary arrest without due process. That's the first step that the due process is. And there would be no arbitrary confiscation of property without the due process. Of course, at that time, slaves were property. If you had captured slaves, captured in war, you were property. You can't do anything about it. But the concept of property was not linked to the slave. It was linked to everything else. And that, to me, Magna Carta is a very important important piece in history, which we could do well to read for understanding the role of property as well as the beginning of human rights. Because this is where they said the habeas corpus issue came out, that the king will not take in anybody without due process. And this was the consequence after that. The law changed from being the king's law to ruler's law. That is, king himself had to tie him in within the framework of law. And England was the first place in history where this happened. In France,